こんにちは、ハリケーンフットボールです。今回の教材は、パスカルグロスのブライトン復帰に関する動画です。パスカルグロスはまだ記憶に新しく、三笘と一緒に良い試合を何度も見せてくれましたが、この度ボルシアドルトムントから1年半ぶりにブライトンに復帰することが決まりました。基本的には、ステップアップではない移籍や、出戻りの移籍は、あまり期待できるものではないと思いますが、今回のグロスの期間は、ポジティブになる可能性が高そうではないでしょうか。今回もスカイスポーツから第一報となるニュースの動画ですが、実際にどのように報じているのか、チェックしてみましょ
う。Let's get to Brighton, who have re-signed Pascal Gross today from Borussia Dortmund on an 18-month contract. The German midfielder played more than 250 times for the club in his first spell and said it's a dream come true to return.
I'm very happy to be back at Brighton. It's never easy leaving something, but I had also very good memories in Dortmund, what is also a really special club. But I'm really pleased and really happy it all went through. I'm really looking forward.
Did you have any other options when you decided that you were going to leave Dortmund, or was it always going to be Brighton?
I had a couple of options, and obviously you get informed by your agent what kind of options you have. But for me, I was from the start. I told him my wishes, my dream is to come back to Brighton and play here again in the Premier League.
Does feel a little bit of a romantic return, Mark?
Yeah, do you know something? It's funny because Fabian Hürzeler said, you know, he really wanted to work with Pascal Gross, but when he joined, Pascal Gross left for Borussia Dortmund. But he brings a wealth of experience. He knows exactly what Brighton and Hove Albion's all about. He's got leadership qualities, and that was something that the club mentioned in their press release when they announced and confirmed the signing this afternoon. Over 250 appearances for £1.2 million. Again, it's a bargain. And I think this is something that is just really sensible from Brighton, because we know that they use a lot of data in their recruitment. So clearly the data stacks up with regards to Pascal Gross. But everyone wants to sign these young, exciting, talented youngsters. But for young players to develop and become great players, they need experience around them. And they need to learn on the training pitch and in the dressing room and on match days and in certain match day environments and game environments. If you've got that old wise head to just talk you through little moments in a game, that can be the difference between 1 point and 3 points. And having someone like that in that Brighton Hove Albion dressing room makes so much sense. And for him, it was an absolute no-brainer to go back to the football club. And you know, 18-month deal as well. I know he's into his 30s now, but I think he'll bring so much to that really young, exciting Brighton group. And I think those other players that will be around him on the training pitch will start to learn very quickly. He's also got the World Cup in his mind. And as a German international, when you've got 6 months to a World Cup, which will be his last ever opportunity to play in a World Cup, he's thinking, I need game time, I want him to be involved, I love my time at Brighton. This works for me right now. This is the perfect destination.
Yeah, Mark touched on it there. The youth at Brighton, they've fielded the youngest Premier League 11 in a game this season, which was their goalless draw against Sunderland a little bit earlier on in the campaign. But he adds to a nucleus as well of very experienced heads in and amongst that youth.
He does, alongside James Milner, who will turn 40 in a few days' time.
Amazing.
Danny Welbeck as well, arguably the player of the season for Brighton. And you speak about the experience, but there's the versatility as well. In his first spell at Brighton, around 7 years he spent there, he played number 10, right back, centre midfield, and on either wing, left back as well. And for Brighton right now, they're in a situation where their season feels like it's meandering. They're 14th in the table, 11 points off the drop. But actually, when you look at it in a more detailed way, they're only 5 points off fifth. Winless in their last 6 in the Premier League. But this could be a signing that really helps add a bit of impetus into their season, which does seem to be meandering. He could help get them back on track, and they're very close, if they get a run together, to doing what they've done in recent seasons, qualifying for Europe, ending up in the top half of the table. So I think it's a really astute signing. He was the first Premier League player they signed. They went up into the top flight. He's coming back now at a time of a real need, it seems.
次は解説です。今回も短めの動画でしたので、解説も少し少なめですが、便利なボキャブラリーもあると思いますので、本日の解説をチェックしてみましょ
う。If you've got that old wise head.
Old wise head はスポーツ解説で使われる口語表現です。年齢そのものよりも 経験や判断力がある人物を指します。若手選手が多いチームでは特に重要な存在です。派手なプレーよりも、声かけやポジショニングで貢献します。サッカー解説では、ベテラン選手を評価する文脈で使われます。尊敬や信頼のニュアンスを含むポジティブな表現です。
If you've got that old wise head, and for him it was an absolute no-brainer.
ノブレイナーは考える必要がないほど明らかな判断を表す表現です。直訳すると脳を使わないという意味になりますが、迷いがなく即決できる状況で使われます。スポーツでは移籍や起用法について語る際によく登場します。感情的というより条件がすべて揃っていることを示します。日常会話でも非常によく使われる口語表現です。当然の選択、迷う余地がないというニュアンスです。
And for him it was an absolute no-brainer.
They're in a situation where their season feels like it's meandering.
ミアンダーはもともと川が曲がりくねって流れる様子を表す単語です。そこから比喩的に話や試合、シーズンの流れにも使われます。はっきりした方向、性やゴールが見えない状態を表します。スポーツ解説では停滞感のある展開を表す際によく使われます。負けているわけではないが、勢いがない時に使われます。感情的に強い否定ではありません。状況を客観的に描写する表現です。
They're in a situation where their season feels like it's meandering. They're in a situation where their season feels like it's meandering. So I think it's a really astute signing.
アステュートは状況を正確に見極めて判断できる賢さを表します。知識量よりも判断の質に焦点が当たる単語です。サッカーでは移籍や補強を評価する際によく使われます。安い金額で効果的な選手を獲得した時などに登場します。感情的ではなく、冷静で現実的な判断を示します。解説ではポジティブな評価として使われます。賢明、抜け目のないという意味合いです。
So he's a really astute signing.
いかがでしたか？ブライトンは三笘の躍動するプレーを見るだけでチームも復調してきそうな兆しも見える気がしますが、カルロス・バレバがいまいちでもあり、ボランチの位置の不安定さも指摘されていることから、パスカル・グロスが以前のようなパフォーマンスを見せてくれるなら、ブライトンにとって非常に大きい補強になるでしょう。何よりグロスが帰ってきてからのチームカムでのチームメイトとの再会を見るだけでもほっこりしますが、さらにソリー・マーチも復帰して、あの頃のブライトンのメンバーで戦うのが見れるなら、それも少し嬉しい気もします。ブライトンは今晩バーニーとの試合ですが、楽しみにしたいと思います。本日もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。またすぐにお会いしましょう。